This is a beautiful Carmen Mount Vernon 3-ounce footed tumbler with wonderful Rockwell silver on it. Beautiful. This is an early Cambridge toothpick holder made out of the salt shaker or perfume bottle mold. These are shown in the back of our catalog reprint on a page of perfumes and salt dips and toothpicks. This is a cut one. The whole thing's been recut, and it later became part of the Mount Vernon pattern. That's very nice. Beautiful amethyst caprice vase. A lot of these were made for the Farber company. Farber resold these colored vases. They come in royal blue, amber, forest green, and amethyst. This is a cute little blue milk glass pin tray. I've never seen anything marked this way. It says patented November 23rd, 1897. Has a 41 on the bottom and a P and a diamond, which is the Pearpoint glass company from Massachusetts. I've never seen this marked before that's on the back. That's really neat. Milk glass collector would love that. This is a wonderful, wonderful Fenton, old Fenton, water pitcher and tumbler. This is the wisteria pattern, and I can't remember what the name of this pattern is. It's some sort of leaves. Beautiful, beautiful American brilliant period cut glass bowl in the cane pattern. It's cut like a chair cane all over. It's a great example. It's a wonderful piece. This is just an absolutely super rare line called 3124 Forest Green with Minerva etching. It's a cocktail. Great, great piece. You seldom ever see this line. It appears on one page in the 3034 catalog. Great. A near-cut wine decanter. This is actually not a part of an entire line. This stopper also works in the wheat sheaf tall decanter. Sometimes these are signed inside. I don't see it on this one. Unfortunately, this has a pretty healthy crack down the side, but nice piece. This is a Marjorie squat water jug. This is signed near cut on the inside. Nice piece. There's 3 sizes of Marjorie pitchers. Oh boy, I don't know. I would not take this to be Cambridge. It's an ale glass with a vintage type etching, but it does not appear to be one of the Cambridge grape etchings. There's 5 different ones. It's old. This is old. I can't tell you who made it. Oh, this is really Stump the Dummies night tonight. I haven't got a clue in the world. This is quality glass. It has a very European, French look to it. I do not. I don't even have a clue. I don't have a guess. Sorry. And here we go with some more. Oh, goody. This one's all marked. The Executive Pencil Caddy. Made in USA, design registered, an A and an R in a circle, and has advertising for Mount Vernon. I've never seen anything like it. It's ebony glass, and it has leather put around the middle with the advertising on it. And it looks like a flower frog, but it's to hold pencils. I've never seen. Has anybody else seen this before? I've never seen one. It's very interesting. This is a real unusual Cambridge footed flower center. Usually when you see this piece, it's cupped up into what they call a giant rose bowl. But this one has a figure on the edge. There is also a bottom of a lamp base like this. And this is a numbered pattern. This does not have a Cambridge name. It's an unusual shape. This is a really cool dolphin etched wildflower hurricane lamp that has been drilled for a lamp. And Zach brought the original wiring for it here. He's rewired it. Real neat. There were a lot of lamp companies buying things from Cambridge and doing things to them. And this would be my suspect on this. No, I mean, originally. Richie's bought a whole bunch of neat collet here. You have to realize that collet, when it's heated at the bottom of the pot and cooked and stirred for days, and then it's buried in the ground, it may change color a little bit. But there sure are some cool colors here. Here's an orange opaque. Here's a red slag. This looks like Carrara and jade stirred together. Here is a beautiful, beautiful emerald green. Here is cobalt and carmine mixed. And here we've got, obviously, primrose that's gone real slaggy. You know, Christensen bought slag from Cambridge and then made marbles out of it. And so the Christensen agate marbles, you can tell, they're jade and Carrara, they're primrose and azurite, they're carmine and emerald green mixed. You can always tell a Christensen agate marble by the color because they're Cambridge colors. But some of these are just so cool. This has got a stripe of carmine through the primrose. Here's one that's like cobalt and milk glass. This is really cool. I don't know. I think this is probably way overfired helio, more than likely. And I don't know what color this is. Of course, this stuff changes color. You know, it's hard to tell what this may have started out as. This is the color they tested glass with. I call it ultramarine. It doesn't have a Cambridge name. There's a piece in the sample case at the museum. Mr. Mosser told me that they tested with that color, and I said, well, why isn't there more of that color floating around Cambridge amongst the workers? And he says, oh, we tested and then we broke it. You know, they used that color to run the mold, and if it ran good, they threw it away and ran the mold. He's brought all kinds of cool stuff here that's been dug. Part of an ivory owl lamp. This is a real shock for the swan collectors. This is an opaline, custardy-looking swan neck. So maybe out there somewhere is that swan. Fantastic pomona green or avocado blown atomizer tops. Wow, find one of those complete. Whee, Wilbur. Bottom of an avocado mayonnaise ladle. Oh boy. And a little avocado ashtray. And a wonderful avocado cigarette box. This is the one you do not see very often that has the sink in the lid to fit over it. All the avocado ones seem to be this way. And it's strange that this cigarette box shows up in all the other colors with a ridge, with a flange hanging down instead of the end down. Only the avocado ones seem to be this way. A couple, I am assuming, perfume bottoms. There's about 75 perfume molds in the private record book that we do not know what they look like, that were made for Cambridge, for other companies by Cambridge. This is probably 2 of them. They probably were meant to put atomizer tops on. Also a Beaubouchet that we've never seen before, that has a real interesting beading and fleur-de-lis type pattern on it. I would say probably made for an electric lamp affair of some sort, possibly to go on a ceiling fixture. You know, 5 of them on an arm. This is great. This is great. A royal blue dog bottle head. Oh boy, never seen a complete one of those. A bluebell. What's it? I don't know what it is. If I had to hazard a guess, this has had some sort of a bakelite or metal lid, and it's been an inkwell. And it's obviously been a private mold of some sort. There were 800 private molds in the plant when Cambridge closed. These are furniture ornaments in slag, which we know that Cambridge made tons of furniture ornaments. For piano stools and to mount in furniture and to mount in floor lamps and floor stands. apparently there are going to be slags and all kinds of things that don't look like Cambridge when you find a whole one. This is a tail light lens in a really gorgeous, gorgeous teal blue. Some of this stuff, when we see whole, we're never going to be able to know if it's Cambridge or not. This is what the prism sign looks like coming out of the mold. Looks like junk. And it has a big knockoff on the side of it. And of course, these are all polished and cut and beautiful. The odd thing about this is this one is smaller than normal. It's much, much, much smaller than normal. So there must have been more than one mold. Here is something really cool. This is cased ivory with carmine over it, and then it has a clear casing on the outside. There's an ivory layer, and then the red frit and the clear layer. I don't know what they were up to. Here is an avocado. I don't have a clue in the world what it's been. It's got these big molded ridges on it. I don't know. Got an idea, Frank? What it makes me think of is the part of the bottom, the inside of the cheese preserver. Has those big lines on the inside of it. I'm not sure. Here is probably another one of the ivory perfumes. Made private mold for some company with a knockoff still on it. Really, this is fun. Look at this guy. What is it, Richie? Really? Huh. Except there's no places for holes. It's some sort of a something utility something. I don't know. Here is a piece of azurite and helio stirred together. Man, is that beautiful. This is a really cool vase insert in amber. Again, it's a vase insert for a metal vase, either to hang in a car or on the wall or at the graveyard or something like that. Again, probably a private mold, more than likely. It's not broken. That is right. And a great beginning of a ball bottom tumbler in Mardi Gras. Look at that. Wow. What did I miss, Richie? Piece of Rubina cullet. Really pretty when you get close to it. The what? Oh, the nude. Yeah. This is a nude where a lot of the glass is seeped out of the mold. Is what this is. The mold has leaked real badly. Wonderful. Wonderful. So nice of Richie to donate all this to the museum. Gee. This is really cool. This is the top of the keg, barrel keg samovar set in blue 1. Cool. In color, pink, green, and amber, but not the blue. Not the blue. Yep. Parts of a 2-bun geisha. Oh, 1-bun geisha and a 2-bun geisha in ivory. This would make a cool necklace. Oh, earrings. This is just wonderful. Here is the back end of this opaline swan, part of a fin. Wonderful. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. This is great research because we start to learn some things that we didn't know about, or Cambridge. This is an antique infant Samuel Epern base. This would have had a lily. This is the Tree of Life pattern by Portland glass. And it would have had a lily made out of the same Tree of Life stuff. This has a slight tinge of sun color to it. A Cambridge Crown Tuscan mini cornucopia in seashell. This is a keg look-alike tub. These were made in pink, green, and amber. It's Depression period, and they had a lid that fit over top of them, and the lid had cutouts to fit over the tab handles. I do not know who made it. This is a Cambridge ice tub you seldom ever see. You usually see the straight-sided ones. And this is the flare bottom side in Wedgwood. Unusual. And of course this is the straight-sided one. This is the one you see in Avocado. Has a nice star in the bottom. These are just wonderful. Cascade Crown Tuscan candlesticks, but unfortunately they have never applied the foot to them. And just a conjecture is maybe they were going to try to put a silver foot on them, or I don't know, or some worker stole them. I don't know what happened here. They're unusual to begin with. This is an absolutely gorgeous mulberry early etched wildflower dresser set. Ugh, color is incredible. Is Sharon Miller here? She just faint. Royal blue 3500 line Gadroon oblong ram's head bowl. Nice, nice. Amber 10.5 inch style 1 swan that has just been fire polished like crazy. It's so smooth and nice. It's signed, seeing the triangle on the bottom. Great piece. Beautiful. This is the Decagon flip bowl. You don't see it very often. This is the bigger one. It was meant to hold the Big Bashful Charlotte in bluebell with Dresden rose on it. Pretty. Oh, pretty. Wonderful. Ivory two-bun geisha. Oh, this is rare. That is wonderful. Wonderful. This is a very unusual Crown Tuscan vase with an enamel decoration we've never seen before. This did come out of a worker's home here in Cambridge. Part of it is stenciled on, and part of it is hand enameled on. This is an incredible all red. They either called it strawberry, or I've also heard it called red fire. Mardi Gras vase. This came from the worker's family who made it. It cracked the day they made it. Cracked right up the bottom, right up the side. Incredibly rare. Beautiful. Is this Pete? This isn't 300. I never can remember that one. This is a pristine divided candy box in Chantilly with a sterling knob on it. Very nice. Very, very nice. This is fantastic. This is a Gloria etched foot crystal nude compote. That's really rare. Candlestick, I mean, I'm sorry. There are compotes in this, and that's what I was thinking about. This has an exceptionally small foot on it for a nude candlestick. And the glory etching just fits on it perfectly. That is really wonderful. Beautiful 1066 Chantilly blown covered candy. Nice. These are tough. They nick real easily. This is the large cocktail in 7606 Marjorie. Not real common. The cocktails are usually real shallow. Real nice Chantilly 4-footed 3400 nut cup. It's an incredibly rare blown divided Chantilly bowl. These are truly hard to find in any etching. This thing's blown into a mold. It sounds like tin when you tap it. I don't know how in the world they did that. That's amazing. This is a Caprice look-alike. I don't know exactly how to tell you. There are some mold differences. When Cambridge closed, Silver City Glass Company had a contract with them to put gold. They bought Caprice to put gold and silver on. So they no longer, Imperial wouldn't make it for them. So they went to Viking and had 2 molds made in the Caprice line. And they have a strikingly different edge. The edge seems to come more to a point, and the feet are radically different, and it's always heavier glass. And this is one of the Viking ones that Silver City had made. You see a lot of these with 25th anniversary silver deposit or 50th anniversary gold silk screen on. This is a blue caprice. Mayonnaise should have an underliner and a ladle. I have seen these in workers' homes in Cambridge by the dozens, and they thought they were cereal bowls. But it really is a mayonnaise. And this is a blue caprice, 8.5-inch, 3-part celery and relish. And I guess that's it. Any questions, anybody? Yeah.
My name is Ruth Cunningham, and I brought the 2 blue capris because I was told it was bringing brag. And I just wanted to brag about those because the 3-part relish was one of our first wedding gifts 50 years ago last year. The mayonnaise was the first item that I ever bought in Cambridge Caprice, and I bought it at an auction, and I paid 50 cents for it.
Wonderful.
And then the 50th anniversary plate we found last summer right after our 50th anniversary.
That's wonderful. That's wonderful. Thank you for bringing. Anybody else? Anybody else? Thanks for bringing everything. Be careful if you come up and handle somebody else's glass. Thanks.